when moved to 2018. So you can see almost 30% of the Arctic ice has been melted down, and that's affecting even the life in that region, as well as it causes another problem, that is increase of water surface in our oceans. Over here we can have some more information about the effect of coastal region for each meter, that you can see that the ice which actually melt over there at the Arctic Ocean is increasing the water level in this residential area as well. So the land actually covered with the shaded red area is the increase, and over here you can see that we have some increase up to 1 meter. Then onward it moved to 2 meter, then 3 meter, then 4, and the recorded slot that we have is up to 6 meter. So there is actually now a sort of a battle between human as well as between water. If you know about the palm inside Dubai, so they are actually trying to grab land from the ocean. On the other side, ocean is trying to grab the land from the human being. Here is another global change, and that is the concentration and distribution of carbon dioxide. And you can see that the range of carbon dioxide also increase from time to time, and that directly affect the temperature and increase the temperature of this world. So that where we was back in 2000, 2004, 5, 7, and now onward, you can see that the global temperature is increasing day by day, and it is even predicted that almost in 2050 we will have no winter. Still you can see we are almost at the end of October, and still we need some fans, and even in our vehicle we need AC to keep ourselves in a comfortable environment. So here is the data about the carbon dioxide increase, and you can see that it is almost red, which is affecting the overall temperature of this world. Another example is here you can see the color coded map which show the progression of changing global surface temperature, and again it is moving with a very hot pace. So all these things are, as shown in the last slides, have a very major effect on the human life over here. So what are our social responsibility that we should stop, or even we can slow down this process? Actually, the lifestyle we have adopted after this transition into the modern culture is not totally avoidable, but we can control it down. We can control it down, and we have some responsibility to address these issues. One of them is that we should go for more conservative in energy use. We should save energy, and similarly we should try our best to produce energy as well through some other sources, like we have the windmill, we have solar panel, and all these things. Beside consuming fossil fuel, we should walk, we should use bike, we should at least use public transport instead of using our personal vehicles. That will contribute less. We can't stop it, as I talked earlier about it, but still we can reduce the impact, or we can increase the time span in which it can affect the earth. Another one is that cultivate and eat more vegetable. On the other side, as we are consuming more processed food, consider your travel. If it's necessary, then you should travel, and that is again to save energy and to contribute less in the global pollution as well as in the climate change. Another one is throw away less food. As much you need, you should take that much. One of the most important thing that doesn't exist in Pakistan, which is another unfortunate thing which exist in Europe or other countries, Western countries, but not in Pakistan, that to reduce. Another one is to reuse and then recycle the same thing and reproduce. We can also add repair as well in these R's. So that will be a tetra R, which will be reduce, reuse, recycle, and repair. Similarly, change your source of energy, as I told you earlier, that we can switch our energy from these grid to solar panel or to the windmill as well. Switch to electric vehicle, that is another option. And a good thing is that Pakistan government have decreased the taxes on electric vehicle. Another important thing is educate yourself and other that how to use energy, how to save energy, and how to contribute less to the global warming as well as to the climate change. So here is one of the mechanism that how ICT can play a role in it, how we can control the climate change and means slow down this pace with which we are moving toward the disaster. So the first thing is that we should increase work efficiency by introducing the ICT solution. Then we should decreasing the working hour, and it is also recommended that you should take advantage of sunlight. As you know that the daytime squeeze down in winter and it increase in summer, so we should maximum utilize the daytime by keeping our lights off and using the sunlight for all those purposes, as we can use it for the energy production as well as for other activities as well. Similarly, reducing the area occupied by workers, and that will definitely reduce the carbon dioxide emission in that particular area. There is an example related to the working space, about the office space, and how much a person can produce, or how much a person can contribute to the global warming and all these things. And here is some energy equipment that you have in your offices or even in your home. Similarly, the power utilized over here, you can see the people, many people here in the elevator, the air conditioner, the lighting, extraordinary lighting. Another important thing is that most of our markets, our businesses are open tonight instead of day. They will start their day almost at 12 p.m. Instead of 7 a.m. So that also contributed a lot. Another thing is work efficiency unit, that how efficiently they are working and how much they are contributing to the society. So here my point is that we should change the system, not the climate change. And changing the system is that we should adopt all those healthy activity and all those casual which can help us to contribute less to this global warming, to contribute less to this climate change. That can be in terms of food, that can be in terms of energy utilization, that can be in terms of energy wastage, that can be in terms of our travel plan, as well as that can be the collection of garbage in the surrounding area where we do live. So we need to change the system instead of blaming for climate change. If we change ourselves, then onward we can slow down this process of climate change, which is affecting third world countries much more than others. Here are some of our projects as we discussed earlier. One is related to the air quality monitoring, and that was fortunately done by the host, Ms. Aisha Batul. We have done this project at Quaid-e-Azam University, and we use IoT equipment, that what kind of pollutants exist in that particular environment, and that might be helpful for us as well to identify and try to reduce those pollutants. First of all, to detect and find those pollutants, then to find the causes because of which these pollutants are part of that atmosphere, and then onward try to reduce those pollutants over there. Now, another one is by Miss Misbah, that was IoT based agriculture system, and that is again to reduce the power consumption and reduce the wastage of power in particular area and provide as much water which is required to the agriculture land. This was an MS thesis done by a student from NUST, that was smart street light control, that is totally based on mobility. Once there is some kind of activity or some sort of mobility in that particular environment, then the road lights will automatically switch on, otherwise it will switch off. Here is another project related to the water quality monitoring, and that is again an IoT based project, that how we can reduce. Some other project related to IoT based home automation, then onward IoT based gas leakage detection and prevention. Here is another one. As you know that the pollutant in normal environment and in industrial environment are totally different, and it also depends that in what kind of industry is over there. For example, if we look into Islamabad, I-9 is an industrial area that was earlier declared, but now that part is actually among the populous area of Islamabad, and that's affecting a lot of people living in that area. So they are planning to move it outside somewhere close to the airport. Here is a smart dustbin in which you can also note down there what kind of food you consumed, and you can also point out that what kind of mechanism you will find or you can define to collect garbage from different types of dustbin installed at different points of Islamabad. Another one is IoT based smart office, and as we discussed earlier about the smart offices, that you can use energy consumption and you can control all those equipments from your cell phone through IoT devices. Here is the smart parking system in which you can help someone instead of wasting his time here and there by searching for the parking slot. You can provide a pinpoint slot that is empty and the vehicle can move directly over there. This is the future vision, that for the electric vehicle, instead of stopping your vehicle at some charging point and stay over there for 1 or 2 hours to recharge your batteries, there should be a rechargeable lane, and while traveling on that lane, automatically your vehicle or electric vehicle should be recharged through wireless. And this is even means a prototype of such kind of rechargeable lane is I think developed in Sweden, and they are using it in a particular city. There was also a prototype in Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania, US, where they have up to 1 kilometer rechargeable lane that was for experimental purposes. Another important project that we are still working on is IoT based hospital management. Over there everything will be auto, and we are developing an autonomous hospital where a single person can control all those activities. Beside that, we are also working on blockchain based security for these hospital management. Here are some award and achievements that we have by contributing from IAS co-chair, data analytics and edge computing, Quaid-e-Azam University. We got many best paper awards, and beside that we also have some other fundings. Now here are some of our final year project students whose project was awarded by Ignite Pakistan, and the main reason that we actually give an idea to address the local problem or to address the local issue, and most of them you can see are the IoT based solution to help the human being or to contribute something towards the knowledge. Here, thank you so much to all. Here is the link to our Facebook page where you can also find out these projects, and I am available for any kind of question if you have, and thank you so much. I think I'm on time. Am I?
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Thank you so much for
yes, sir.
joining us. It's pleasure to see you on board. Thank you so much, sir. Uh,
You're welcome.
We have question, ma'am.
yes, sure, please. जी प्लीज बताइए आपका क्वेश्चन.
मेरा सर से एक क्वेश्चन था कि हाउ मच ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस इफेक्ट्स क्लाइमेट चेंज.
Actually, greenhouse affect the climate change in a sense by releasing all those gases which didn't allow to escape all those radiation which come up from the sun. And you know, we have methane gases, we have CO2, we have some kind of nitrogen gases, are the types of nitrogen gases that can affect a lot. And another important thing is
Sir,
that it even causes some effect to the ozone layer. If you know about the ozone layer, which is a natural
yes, sir.
type of security provided by nature to control all those radiation which can affect human or the life on this earth. So even that greenhouse effect also uh, causes some kind of ruptures in that ozone layers.
Okay, sir. We are saying that industries have destroyed our climate change, has affected very badly. But sir, how can we overcome from these issues? Because we cannot. Uh, हम इंडस्ट्रीज को तो खत्म नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन
That
उनके जो
that's yeah, that's what I said. We can't stop this process, but we can reduce the pace. Right, you can't avoid vehicles, you can't avoid air conditioner, you can't avoid heater, you can't avoid electricity consumption or something like that, but still you can reduce, and you can reduce the utilization, and that will certainly reduce the pace with which we are moving toward that disaster.
थैंक यू सर.
Welcome.
Uh,
Any other question? Anyone else?
yes, sir. I have a question. Like you talk about the healthy habits. So, what are those healthy habits we can adopt in our daily life to reduce climate change?
Healthy habits are that you should use less electricity, you should use less fuel, you should consume more sunlight instead of working a whole night. As I give the example of our markets that are mostly open tonight, we should spend more time in daylight. And similarly, with respect to food, that we should cultivate more plants. We instead of going for deforestation, we go for forestation to have more plant, and then onward to encourage healthy activities in the society.
Sir, what do you think that what is the main cause of recent floodings in our country, and
That,
is that mismanagement or the natural process?
look, there are two reasons. Number one is natural, and number two is superficial. The natural reason is the deforestation in that area. Number two is the population with the pace that is increasing in Pakistan, and another one is that people actually encroached in those areas. And I have given the example of Dubai Palms. They actually grabbed the area of ocean, and the people here are actually grabbing the area from those rivers which actually belongs to those rivers. And then onward, if you know about the statement of our Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, who visited Swat, so his first comment is that people actually build those hotels and those houses in an area which belongs to river. And you know that the same thing happened in Karachi. So instead of grabbing the area from river or to occupy those paths, which is actually there to pass on such kind of water, which come through rain or through some other things, then it will definitely have more damage. So beside population, beside deforestation, we should also accept our blunders and mistakes as well.
Sir, but for this, government should aware the people. Government should conduct awareness session. People don't know about this, where to they live or where,
Uh,
what are
I think we can't blame government for these things. That if I am going to build or construct my house on a land which is a pathway for the water, then it shouldn't be. So I think
but
there
sir,
must be there is one point in my presentation as well, that you should try to understand as well as bring awareness in other people living with you.
सर you're right. But सर, जो अभी फ्लडिंग्स आई हैं, ये काफी ऐसी जगह पे भी आई हैं जहाँ पर कोई पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं थी, बिल्कुल नॉर्मल सी जगह थी, और
Yes.
वहां पर भी बहुत ज्यादा नुकसान हुआ है, लेकिन वहां पे अभी भी
Look, I agree with your point. I totally agree
यस
with
सर.
your point, right? But as much I know, the flood inside Balochistan was because of the substandard material used in those dams. And similarly, the flood which affected most of the area in KPK was the land was actually the land belonging to that river actually was, and it was graved by those people.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You are welcome. You are
Thank you
welcome.
so much for joining us.
So thank you so much, and I have actually another meeting. Otherwise, I'll stay over here. So wish you all the best, and thank you so much. Still, if anyone have any question, you can ask me later on through email. So
Yes,
thanks again,
थैंक यू सर.
Miss Maria Batul and Miss Aisha Batul.
yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you so much
Welcome.
for joining us, sir.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, guys. As Sir Professor Dr. Muazzam Ali Khan said that we can't finish it, but we can reduce it. Instead of blaming others, we need to work on self-development. We need to change our habits. That will be we need to adopt healthy habits to reduce our contribution to climate change. We can't finish it, but we can reduce it. We have another